One of the strongest prayer I do is thank you, Jesus. I can say that prayer again and again for hours. In the days tongues fail you, what you do is thanksgiving. And I've said it again and again that thanksgiving is another way of prayer. In fact, your prayer is not aligned until you add thanksgiving to it, until you thank the Lord. And that is the reason why instead of just knocking at the Lord, Father, do this or I die, do this or I backslide, thank him first. Appreciate him for at least allowing you the mouth to talk. Is that okay? Then you say, Father, thank you for giving me the mouth to talk. Now, can you do this? Is that okay? And when you just come, Father, sometimes we have to calm down and say, Father, thank you for the things you have done, the things you have not done, and the things you are going to do. We don't thank God because of what he has done. We are thanking him for what will provoke him to do. A king will always desire that you appreciate them. I realize anytime you appreciate a king, he does more for you. Thanksgiving is a way of honor. It's a way that we show God we truly honor him. Just like when somebody do something to you, tell the person thank you. You may be shocked and surprised how many have never thanked the Lord. Never. You have prayed, you have fasted, you have listened to all kinds of mysteries, you have been engaging them all, but you've never told the Lord, Father, thank you. As easy as it is. Can you turn to your neighbor and tell your neighbor thank you? For what? Just thank you. It's one of the mysteries that can give you more. I'm telling you. Anytime you always tell God thank you, he does more. Anytime you tell a king thank you, when somebody does something, you appreciate the person again and again, he does more. Someone called me that he has done this, done that, nothing else. I say, I feel thank the Lord. He said, thank him for what? I said, just like that, just thank him. Say, but he has not done anything. I said, that's a problem. Thank him for what he will do. So that he will feel guilty that he has not done anything and you are thanking him. When you tell me thank you, I say for what? Say for what you will do. I say, really? Okay. Rather than telling me, Apostle, you have not done this and this and this. Tell me thank you. When I say, for what now? Say, because I know you are going to do something for me. I will now start thinking I must do something. You see how the thing work now? Thank you is a mystery. By the time you leave here, you are going to go back home and send a text message to as many people that have been of impact to your life and tell them thank you. After you have thanked the Lord, you thank the people that God have used to touch you. I have always believed that God will do nothing upon the face of the earth except by the agency of man. If you see God at working upon the face of the earth, it's because men make themselves available. If men are not available, God will be handicapped. So the men that God used to bring unto you healing, deliverance, emancipation, wisdom, they are not useless. You must learn to appreciate them. Is that okay? As a people, we normally begin our year with Thanksgiving. If you are aware, January was our moment of Thanksgiving. We begin always with Thanksgiving. It's a culture that God gave us. But our anniversary is always a moment of Thanksgiving. As important as it is for us to invite guests to come and pour down fire and do all of those things, I felt it's more better and it will be more acceptable before God if we just appreciate him in psalms, in hymns, in worship, in melody, and gratitude in our heart. We will never come to a point where we are not grateful. I've always tell you, drink your gari with honor. Take your kuli with honor. Is that okay? Eat your garau with honor. Because a day will come, you will look for it, you will not see it again. Nothing is constant in this life. Everything changes. So at the privilege that God has given you for time, take advantage of it and see it as a moment that God is factoring in you certain disposition of heart, so that by the time somebody tell you that I am hungry, you will understand, because you have been hungry before. In the day somebody say I'm hungry, you will not say, what do you mean? What is hunger? You have to check your dictionary. No, because you have had an experience. So we do not have a high priest that cannot be taught by the feeling of our infirmities, but he was at all costs tested like you and I. Testimonies are actually God passing through and breaking through our challenge. Don't be angry that there are situations in your life that demand the intervention of God. That is a privilege for God to multiply you and to multiply the testimonies. Hard times makes men to become strong. I learned about the story recently that happened in the US just last week. About 5 billionaires decided to go to check the wreck of the Titanic. As an Ocean Gate CEO and some few men like that, they went on an exploration in a little submersible. They call it like a little submarine designed for exploration of the deep sea. While they went into the deep sea, these were people that have billions to their names. While they went in, I realized that there was a tragic event that happened that led to the loss of their lives. The submarine or submersible exploded, and carrying all these billionaires in their numbers, all of them died. They are still looking for their body till now. Many days people go through tragic events. Yesterday I saw a news of some people going to Benin from Lagos. They collided with a Dangote truck. They died. I saw people dead. I began to weep and cry. We have gone through this kind of situations. We have gone through this kind of circumstances. Yet again, we are here. Many of us have had tremendous accident, orchestration by the kingdom of darkness to take us out of the scene. With all your big manism, the day you die, you are gone. Those billionaires now, their story is finished. Nobody inherits your certificate. Nobody inherits your qualification. And now they appear before God in heaven. What will they say? We don't need to die before we realize. We need to be able to know that God has kept us for a reason, and we are grateful again and again. That's why I said they would have preferred to drink Gary. The privilege to allow you to walk here by yourself. Thank him for the privilege to allow your eyes to see, your ears to hear. Thank him for those little things that seems like nothing, because they are something. So as a people, one of our culture is gratitude. Many of you here are aware, many may not be aware.